Well, I have some good news and some bad news. The research shows that Malaysian leaders and managers, Asian leaders and managers in general, the average is lower than a Western counterpart. However, we're talking about a normative distribution. We're talking about a bell curve, and there are plenty of Malaysian leaders and managers who are stronger in emotional intelligence than their Western counterparts. They're also, in our new research looking at entrepreneurs, what we see in a number of key emotional intelligence areas is that Asian entrepreneurs are actually outstripping their Western counterparts. And one of the most important areas is something we call pursue noble goals, and which is about an ability to see a vision and put it into action. And it's one of the most important catalysts for transformational leadership. And Asian leaders have that in the entrepreneur group higher than entrepreneurs in North America, which signals a very interesting change in the future of business. Businesses are focused on the short term. They're caught up in the balance sheet, in quarterly results, in stock prices, and these are important indicators and they're critical for survival, but they are not what creates long-term thriving and value in a company. And as we get caught up in the short term, we focus on numbers that we can see having an immediate impact. And if we're caught up in survival and we're not sure we can make it through the quarter, we don't pay attention to how people are feeling. And if we don't pay attention to how people are feeling, we don't create human capital, we don't create emotional capital. We don't build the kind of brand and internal customer experience, employee experience, and external customer experience that's going to create loyalty and long-term value. So we've got to shift out of this short-term orientation if we really want to look at building enduring value for all stakeholders. One of the key questions that I like to ask leaders is, what are your goals? What is it you're trying to accomplish? And then, what is the culture that you're going to need in order to accomplish that mission? If you think about the norms, the behaviors, the attitudes, the way of people are engaging in your company, that changes their ability to pursue the results that you're looking for. And then we can go one level deeper and say, what are the capabilities that your leaders need to have to build that culture to get those results? And I think when you go down that road, you start to see that the capabilities leaders need is a lot about people, a lot about emotions, about building trust, about building connection, about making good decisions, about showing up as somebody who's actually a leader worth following, and building the kind of workplace where people can actually deliver innovation, actually deliver exceptional service experiences, actually deliver real value in an ongoing, consistent way. If we want to create that kind of environment, we need to add a strand of DNA to the organization. And emotional intelligence is a learnable, measurable set of competencies that we can start infusing into the organization to create a workforce that's actually capable of exceptional results. We've done a variety of projects with small businesses, large businesses, organizations all over the world, and we see that emotional intelligence makes a measurable difference in a number of key areas. We see that sales improves as emotional intelligence improves. We see that customer service improves, leadership capabilities, including attracting and retaining talent, and we see that bottom line financial value improves. Retention of key staff, customer loyalty. Emotional intelligence skills are the kind of basic building blocks. It's like a lubrication on the machine of human interaction. And as we develop those kind of capabilities, what we see is that all areas of enterprise are affected and we get better performance. What I've seen in Malaysian leaders in my very limited experience is there tends to be a fairly bottom line orientation and focus more on costs than on opportunity, focus more on the short term than on the long term. And what I would suggest is that for Malaysian businesses to really move up the value chain and create real global enterprise, one of the key steps is going to be having leaders who are looking at a bigger picture. They're looking not just at what results they're getting, but how they're getting those results, whether that's really sustainable in the enterprise, whether they're able to build teams and a workforce that can create enduring success, that can actually create innovation, that can actually build up the value chain, not just delivering today, but actually creating value for tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. And that's really going to take stepping out of this sort of moment focus and into the larger focus. And a really key step in that is pausing, looking at your own choices, and making some evaluation. Where are we going? Not where are we going today, not where are we going next week, not where are we going this quarter, where are we going this year, where are we going this decade? What's going to look like value for this organization in the long term, and how are my choices today contributing toward that value?